that all led us to noticing that coming off of the radiator. That's definitely not good. That's coolant, essentially, being sprayed out of a hole in the radiator.
What's up, Brite Nation?
What's going on, Brite Nation? The stepchild is a beast now. It is absolutely just has anything and everything you could think of, from 42-inch Nitto tires, our 17-inch beadlocks, the Baja built beadlocks. We've got a Hemi swap. We've got Dynatrac 60/80 combo with the new 40 spline RCVs. The thing is built to the max. But did I ruin it? Like, at some point, is it so big and crazy that you can't daily drive it, that we can't take it across the country without trailering? So we've been trailering for a long time now.
Essentially, has it been so overbuilt at this point that we can't go back to the old school Lite Brite traveling back and forth across the country in the Jeep?
Right, like driving the Jeep. So 14-inch travel ADS 3.0 bypasses. It literally has anything and everything.
The stepchild,
rock crawler long arm. The
Yeah.
frame's been cut, been chopped. There's been stuff added everywhere.
It's been rolled.
It's been rolled now, so can the Jeep drive 80 mile an hour down the highway? Can it be comfortable? Can it be quiet? Can it still just be a normal Jeep? Now, as you can see, the Jeep right now is actually squatted. The front's higher than the rear, and that's never that way, but that's because the whole thing is loaded up. It is loaded. You'll notice I even have the old school Rotopacks on the back because we're going on an expedition.
We're on a Lite Brite family adventure.
We're going on like a 5-6 day, 1,000+ mile expedition from Utah to Colorado, through the mountains, all kinds of stuff, rock crawling. This is old school, and the whole back is just loaded. Tools, tents, sleeping bags, the shift pod,
Dog bag, dog food, our suitcases and bags.
everything like we used to do. It is loaded to the hill. So much so, we're actually squatting. It's actually, can you see that difference?
It's a pretty...
Okay, look at this, and then it's normally sitting pretty flat. So we're loaded down, we're ready to go. I did bring extra fuel. We've got the pups.
We got peanut butter and we got jelly.
Look, if you watch out, Peanut.
Don't fall.
We're loaded. I didn't really Tetris it that well. I just kind of shoved everything in there.
It's fine.
So can this still do what it used to do on 42-inch tires with an AMW Hemi swap?
40 spline front.
The heaviest axle, not heaviest, but heaviest.
The beefiest, most indestructible axles.
I'm curious, but let's get on the road and see how she drives. Now guys, we're doing this with OnX Offroad, and I spent the whole last day planning out our entire trip. Now, as you can see, if I zoom out a little bit, that's all of Colorado, and if I zoom in, you see that black line going through most of Colorado. That is a really cool feature that's in your tools, and you build a route. You literally just click on tools, build route, and then what I did was I was like, what area do I want to go to? And so what I did was I clicked on rifle, because that's where we're going to start. And I was like, oh, I want to do this pass that's up here. So let's just do a whole new one. Start in Silverthorne, hit up Granby, boom. It shows you your route. And then from there, let's say I'm trying to get over to this trail up here. You can literally just click where that trail's at and boom, it shows you your route. So that's this pass here. If we want to come up to there now, boom. I don't know where to go from here. So let's just click over here to get back on the road. Okay, so you have to backtrack on Montgomery Pass and come down and around. So you can
literally... It's a really
literally
neat tool that we've basically, this entire trip and these next few videos of us traveling across Colorado in the newly built stepchild is based off of this route we were able to build in OnX Offroad.
Yeah, look, here's this red trail. That's going to be a hard trail. So boom, let's hit that. Takes us right to it. I don't even know what trail it is, but it doesn't matter. It just, if I want to go do it. So once you do it, and then, okay, we're on this trail, it takes us through it. So you can hit save. I'm not going to, because I'm going to discard that one, but let me show you mine really quick. And so say the first leg of the journey, I'm going to click on this and it's going to show you, I labeled it rifle to Glenwood Springs, and it's 126 miles, 14,000 feet in elevation gain, 13,000 feet in elevation loss. And so that's going to be this leg of the trip right here. Here's start, here's finish. So that's going to be like day one. And then day two, we start at Glenwood Springs, and you can see where it takes us all the way through, and that's going to be 150 miles, 16,000 feet, and 14,000 feet. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing, and we'll be able to, I believe we'll be able to actually share this.
I think we're going to try to track the entire thing.
Oh, I can just share it like that, boom, because I've already mapped it out, so perfect. I can just share exactly what it is.
So I'll include that in the link in the description below. That way, anyone who wants to come out and do exactly what you're going to see us do here in a little bit, you're more than welcome to come out and enjoy the adventure all on your own.
And you got to remember, everything in this Jeep's been changed. The AMW Hemi swap, the transmission, the Atlas, the Dynatrac axles, the suspension, everything's been swapped out. I have no lights on the dash. It is the 2 high, 4 high, 4 low work. I'm on cruise control at 78 miles an hour. All my gauges work, everything works. We're just driving straight down the highway at 80 with literally like no hands.
Look, Ma, no hands.
Like literally no hands. It's down the highway at 80 miles an hour.
It's honestly and the Jeep's been rolled. I have to keep reminding, because that's a big deal.
And then we have Catskins AC and heated seats.
Yeah, we have air-conditioned seats, fully functioning AC. Can you hear it coming through right now? The AC works, the AC and heated seats work. The dogs are loving every second of this.
I mean, it's crazy that it drives this freaking nicely, and it's not too loud in here with the soft top.
It really, again,
and the V8.
And most of the noise isn't even really the soft top, the best top soft top. It's because this right here.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Kevin did a good job fixing it, but this right here was damaged, obviously, in the roller, and you can kind of hear, because the window doesn't almost go up almost all the way. That's the only part right there.
I don't really understand how it's
so good
so
still.
Good. Like, I don't understand.
Honestly, the biggest contributing factor is probably that everything is high-end quality parts. And at this point, I genuinely don't think we have to do like ads or commercials or anything like that for any of the companies we've ever worked with, because the stepchild itself speaks to the quality and the level of capability and performance all of these parts have. Like, we work with companies we know will perform up to the standard of the amount of beating Kevin dishes out.
I was gonna say, I'm going through whoops at 60, 70. I'm rock crawling. We're driving across
the country at 80 miles an hour on road. Like, this stepchild, I will die on this hill. I genuinely think the stepchild is one of the greatest Jeeps that exists in this country. Possibly the world, because it does everything really freaking well, period, end of story.
By this point, I really thought, there's no way, and like it was just gonna be.
At some point, the stepchild's gonna reach a peak, and then like it'll be a downhill, and it hasn't.
No, and at this point, there's literally nothing other than an actual real cage. There's nothing left to do on this.
I don't know how else we can improve it other than an actual cage. That's still it's on the list.
Maybe a frame chop rear bumper to suck the rear bumper in a little bit or something. Like, I don't, But
X-Factor has one of those.
Yeah, I really don't know. I really have no idea what to do at this point other than just enjoy the damn thing.
Which is what we're about to do for the entire next week.
Well, we made it into Grand Junction last night from southern Utah because we didn't leave until late in the afternoon. So the plan was to stay the night in Grand Junction, and then today, this morning, it's the next day, start our journey and hit the first trail today, which is still the plan. However, last night after we made it into Grand Junction, we did luckily take a second to pop the hood on the Jeep and kind of go over everything, just make sure everything looked okay. And we immediately noticed that. That's not normal. Which led us to looking at this. That's not normal. That all led us to noticing that coming off of the radiator. That's definitely not good. That's coolant, essentially, being sprayed out of a hole in the radiator. The good news is, after hours and hours of driving through uphills, downhills, passes, and mountains to get here, the overflow bottle although it was low, it wasn't empty, and the Jeep never really overheated or had any issues heat-wise, because that was something we were paying attention to. But it does mean that obviously there is a leak, but that it's a very, very probably small pinprick sized one, because we're not losing a lot of coolant fast. Like even sitting here parked with the Jeep running and idling, like it's not actively really dripping. Either way though, it's a problem that we have to remedy. Now, as for why there's a hole in the radiator, it looks like the fan itself right here actually might have pushed forward and actually rubbed a hole, a very small hole into the radiator itself. Now the question is, did that happen either A, when Kevin rolled the Jeep, or B, going through like big ass whoops and bombing through whoops and things just kind of shifting and moving around? Either way, luckily for us, this making contact with the radiator is actually a pretty easy fix as well.
So I was gonna get a couple washers to put between the radiator, yeah, and the bolt to space it off just a tiny bit. There is no clearance issue. Like I can reach down, spin the fan. I think what it is
There's
is
no
when I
active clearance issue.
Yeah, I think what it is when I like to hit whoops going super fast. You have chassis flex, you have body flex, you have nothing solid mounted. This isn't a race car. I shouldn't technically be doing that, especially often.
But he does often.
But I do, and so I think I just need to space the fan away from the radiator, so when the body flex, chassis flexes, radiator flex,
There's
fan
no
flexes,
clearance issues in extreme conditions like that.
So I think what happened was it just spun and kind of barely rubbed through the aluminum. So right now I bought 2 different seal kits, and this one is good, and it says it's like safe for everything. It's for aluminum radiators and aluminum or plastic and this and that, and it has meets some rating. I feel like this is less aggressive. It says, you know, to run it for like 15-20 minutes and then check and see if it's still leaking. This one is like the go-to.
That's like the
this says
best
it
of the
seals
best.
your block and your head gasket, your radiator. This does anything and everything, and it literally just, and this one says check in 15-20 minutes and add more if need be. This one says it'll literally fix it in 1 to 3 minutes, and once it's up to operating temperature, and that's it. Not, you know, check it, not add more, not buy another bottle. It just like, it'll be fixed in 1 to 3 minutes. And that's that.
But something that's that aggressive is a little worrisome, because it's even more important that you flush out your whole system as soon as possible.
Yeah, which I
after
plan
using
to.
this, which we'll do no matter what we use.
This one's so bad. It literally says causes serious eye irritation, toxic to aquatic life with long-lasting effects. Wash contaminated skin thoroughly after handling. If in eyes, rinse cautiously with water for several minutes. Remove contact lenses. Yeah, this one seems hardcore.
So I think the plan is...
we don't have a hardcore leak. We have a little
It's
tiny...
a very tiny pinprick of a leak. So I think the plan is we're going to use this, see if that works, and if it does, fine. And then if at any point it gets worse over the next several days during this trip, then we'll resort to that stuff. Either way, when we get home, we're going to flush the whole coolant system, and we're going to put a new radiator in.
And space the fan off.
And space the fan off. We'll do all of that when we get home. This is just to make it through the next couple days so that we don't have to worry about it or dick with it all right just this second. How much do you add?
All of it for a big system. The first leg of our journey and you come out here to Rifle, don't worry, there's plenty of food. Like there's a Jimmy John's, there's a Culver's, a Wendy's, a Maverick, so you have gas, you have food, everything. You can get everything you need right here.
Just stock up ahead of time.
Yeah, fill up before you hit the trail, which is going to be just a ways north of here. But we're going to pull in here, get some food, because we did actually pack a cooler this time with drinks and bananas.
There's a cooler in here that has bananas and Uncrustables and water. That's about it.
All right, so far so good. You can see it painted the underside of the hood with...
I already showed that.
Oh yeah, it didn't overheat. It sucked in some from the coolant bottle, and there's no fresh leak anymore under the Jeep.
Like, what are you doing down there?
Yes. So far.
It was about an hour from Grand Junction here to River, Colorado. And River, Colorado is where we're officially going to deviate off of Highway 7 and
70?
start our... Yeah, that's what I said. We're going to deviate off of 70 and go on our first pass. So you're gonna have to watch the next video though, because I feel like this is enough for one video. This is gonna be a multi-part thing. Right. So follow along. The next several videos is gonna be our adventure, and we're gonna see if we survive, if the Jeep survives.
We're gonna see if the Jeep can be an overlander, a rock crawler, a daily driver, all the things. And look, I mean, the radiator, that could happen to anybody after they roll a Jeep.
And that was clearly an issue before we started this trip, but we found it. We've semi-fixed it. We'll officially fix it when we get back home, but for now it should be fine. Don't worry about that, guys. And remember,
I know what everybody's wondering, and I don't know, and I'm not gonna figure this out, what my gas mileage is.
It doesn't matter.
It's it's
miles per gallon.
It uses fuel. You stop at gas stations,
and we brought spare fuel cans too as well. We brought roto packs.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter at this point of a built Jeep. It doesn't matter what the miles per gallon are.
As long as you're smiling, that's all that counts.
That's it.
Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember to find all your Lite Brite Nation merch and decals at litebritstudios.com. And remember to follow along to see how the rest of this journey goes with the new and improved and pretty much final form, maybe-ish, of the stepchild. See you later, guys. Bye.
All right, I lied. I'm going to tell you my miles per gallon. So with a 426 Hemi stroker on 42-inch tires, 17-inch beadlocks, and 1-ton axles, we went 56 miles, traveling at 75 miles per hour on cruise, up and down the mountains a little bit. So there's a little bit going on. I used exactly 5.6 gallons, which means it's exactly 10 miles to the gallon. That's where we're at
honestly,
75.
Not that bad. I'm okay with that.
It's not as good as the 13 I used to get.
Yeah, but for a 600 horsepower Hemi, I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
Before we officially start the trip, though, I do have to give the dogs. Kina eats like a madman. Okay. Little by little. Jelly, come here. Jelly, come get a pup cup. Oh my God.